Apple just unveiled the M6 Mac Mini, and if you look at it, you might think, wait, what actually changed? The design looks familiar. But inside, Apple has made some pretty serious changes, especially around AI, connectivity, and performance. So today, I'm breaking down 7 things that are genuinely new on the M6 Mac Mini. No filler, no counting the same feature 3 different ways, and make sure you stay until number 7 because that one completely changes how you should think about buying this machine. Alright, let's get into it. First, 2 nanometer. The M6 moves Apple to a new 2 nanometers process. This is a big deal because Apple can put more technology into the chip while improving performance and efficiency. And this is the foundation for many of the other changes we're about to talk about. Number 2, the CPU. The M6 uses a new 12-core design, 2 super cores, 4 performance cores, and 6 efficiency cores. Apple has always split its cores into performance and efficiency. The super cores are the new tier. And Apple says the result is the world's fastest single-threaded performance. So this isn't simply more cores, it's a new way of dividing the workload. Number 3 is where things get really interesting. Apple has put neural accelerators into every GPU core. And this is a first for the Mac Mini. That means AI isn't being treated as just a separate feature anymore. Apple is building AI capability deeper into the GPU itself. And as more AI workloads move directly onto the Mac, this could become one of the M6's biggest advantages. Number 4. Apple has doubled down on AI again. The M6 has a new dual 16-core neural engine, and Apple says it's up to twice as fast as the previous generation. Note the word dual, that's the new part. This isn't just one neural engine with more cores. So when you put the new CPU, the GPU accelerators, and the neural engine together, one thing becomes pretty obvious. Apple is designing the M6 around AI from the ground up. The new CPU, the GPU accelerators, and the neural engine together. One thing becomes pretty obvious. Apple is designing the M6 around AI from the ground up. Number 5 sounds less exciting, but for the right person, it could be very useful. The M6 Mac Mini now comes with 2.5 gigabit Ethernet as standard. If you're moving huge files, working with a NAS, or editing video across a network, that extra bandwidth can make a real difference. And you don't have to immediately pay extra just to get 2.5 gigabit networking. Number 6 is definitely for the professionals. The M6 supports a Genlock over a USB-C. In simple terms, Genlock keeps video equipment perfectly synchronized. That matters for professional production, multi-camera setups, and demanding video workflows. And Apple even highlights synchronization with the iPhone 17 Pro. Pretty impressive for something this small. And finally, number 7. This is the one I think deserves much more attention. And it's the one that should decide which Mac Mini you actually buy. Mac Mini clustering. Apple says you can now connect multiple Mac Minis together to run large AI models entirely on device. So instead of looking at a Mac Mini as one computer, you can start looking at several of them working as one system, pulling their memory to handle a model that wouldn't fit on any single machine. That's a completely different idea of what this little box is for. But here's the catch. Clustering needs Thunderbolt 5, and only the M5 Pro configuration has it. The M6 gets Thunderbolt 4. Great port, but it can't do this. So if clustering matters to you at all, that's the real reason to spend the extra. Not the core counts, not the memory ceiling. That's the actual dividing line between these two machines, and almost nobody is talking about it. And honestly, this is exactly the kind of thing that gets completely buried under the usual, the new Mac is faster than last year's Mac. So there you have it. 7 things that are actually new and worth talking about with the M6 Mac Mini. If this was useful, hit subscribe. It genuinely helps the channel. And I appreciate every one of you watching. But now, I want to hear from you. Which one matters most to you? The 2 nanometers chip, the new AI architecture, the faster Ethernet, Genlock, or your idea of connecting Macs together for bigger workloads? Tell me in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.